Lawnfawn and welcome back to the channel. This week over at Lawnfawn is Thanksgiving week, so I'm here to create a Thanksgiving card for all of you. Now, since I am Australian, I don't have any Thanksgiving stamp sets at all, so I had to improvise and just use a ton of fall themed stamp sets to create my card today. So that was pretty fun, and so anyway, I'm going to be using the Jump for Joy stamp set. I'm going to be using the leaves and also the So Thankful sentiment. I'm going to be using the little pie image out of this holiday party animal stamp set because I'm pretty sure, is pumpkin pie a Thanksgiving thing? I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm also then going to use the Bicycle Built for You stamp set just for the two little kids, and then I'm also using the Pick of the Patch stamp set once again to create like a little like pumpkin scene. So I'm going to try my best to create a Thanksgiving card today, and I hope it works out well. So I've just started off with stamping out all of the images from the 4 stamp sets onto some white cardstock, and I'm going to colour them in all with Copic markers. So I'm starting off with my pumpkins. I'm using YR18, YR14 and YR12 for those. I just really like this really simple combination. I think it's the perfect pumpkin-y colour. I'm then using some darker greens to colour in the tops of the pumpkins and also a few of the leaves. I just think using like a darker green like this is perfect for like the autumn or fall time. So I'm using YG67, YG63 and YG61 for those. And I'm just blending those all together. And then I'm going to move on to colouring in some of the other leaves. So I really wanted these like leaf stacks to be like red and yellow and orange, and then with a little bit of green in there. So I'm starting off with some red leaves. So I'm using R46, R27 and R14, and this is a really cool red colour combination. It's not too dark, and I just thought it would be perfect colour for these leaves. Then I'm going in with some yellows, so I'm actually going in with YR24 and YR23 first, and then I'm blending it all together with the Y35. It just adds a lot of like brightness to these leaves, and I just thought it worked really well because I don't really have a lot of yellows that are like super dark, so I always love to mix them with some of these YR markers. And then I'm moving on to some orange leaves, and I'm using YR07, YR04 and YR02, and then I also just coloured in the rest of the leaves with the same greens I used before. I'm then colouring in both of these kids' hair with some browns, the same browns actually. I'm using E49, E47 and E44. I just wanted to keep it super simple. I'm then colouring in the boys' jeans with some blues and the girls' dress in with some purples. So I'm just using BV08, BV04 and BV02, and then I'm finishing off with colouring in their skin tone. So again, I'm just using the same skin tone markers, and then I'm going to cut all of these images out using the coordinating dies. So I'm just holding them down with some washi tape, and then I'm going to cut all around them so they fit through my Big Shot machine and run them through. So now that all of my images have been die cut out, I've just put them all into this little dish, and I'm going to work on the background. So for the background, I decided to go ahead and use the to sort of create like a sunset sky, and I'm going to use these 5 colours of Distress inks. So I started off with mustard seed, then I'm going in with a little bit of spiced marmalade just on top. I find it always a lot easier to ink blend on top of a colour already, and then I'm going in with a little bit of carved pumpkin, which is a very similar colour to the spiced marmalade, but I still think it's a little bit darker, so it added a nice contrast between the two. Then I'm going in with festive berries and ending with seedless preserves, and then once I've gone ahead and ink blended all of those 5 colours, I'm just going to work back through them all to blend them really seamlessly together. So now that the sunset background is all done, I just did the exact same thing for the green background as well. This is going to be for the grassy hill, and I just ended up using some shabby shutters and mowed lawn for that. So now once I've gone ahead and done all of the ink blending, I just splattered it with some water and dried it with a heat tool. I just used the Jump for Joy stamp set and used the So Thankful sentiment and stamped on the bottom just in some black ink. Now it's time to adhere my scene together. So I've gone ahead and already added foam tape along all of the backs of the images, and then I can just adhere all of the pieces into place. So I'm sort of recreating a scene that I did on a video a little while back with the stack of pumpkins with the kids sitting on there. I just thought it was a really cute scene, and so I really wanted to do that again, but make it more like fall themed, I guess, with a lot more of the colors that I use. So I decided to change it up just a little bit, and I also added all the details onto the pumpkins as well. And then with the So Thankful sentiment, I feel like that really makes it like Thanksgiving themed. So I'm really glad that I managed to participate in this week today, yeah, without actually any Thanksgiving snap sets. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my card today. It's super simple and easy and quick to create, but I really like how it turned out. So thank you so much for stopping by today. All of the supplies and things and details will be listed over on the blog post, and I'll catch you all next time.